Thank you so much for sticking to Y254. And this is the Rock Tour Show. I am here with DJ Kevin Tice. I am your host, Shirley Blessing. Now, I've been telling you, we've been hyping the fact that we have some bands. Kev, like, these guys don't know. We have some great bands, some great artists in Kenya. And we have just a few members live in studio with us. We want to talk to them, figure out why they're the greatest, why they're the best, and what they're working on. So let me let them introduce themselves. Karibuni, guys. How are you doing? It's not, let me start with Portia. Let me start with the lady. Ladies first.
Hello. Hi. Thanks
Hi.
for having us.
It's a pleasure. Tell us your name. Tell us what you do, what the vibe is.
All right. My name is Portia, and I am a music photographer, and I'm also from the Rock Society of Kenya.
Nice. And just in case you guys don't know, the Rock Society of Kenya is the one that coordinates a lot of the events. It helps the artists, the bands, and it regulates the industry. So that's Portia for us. We have Max. Max has been here before. Max, how are you doing?
I'm good. Max, lead guitarist for Rush, and here today as Undertow's co-organizer. So yeah, so happy to be here, especially in this beautiful month, with so many shows, literally one rock show every week.
Every weekend, which is so amazing. Yeah. And guys, we've been telling you, in case you don't have a plot for this weekend or next weekend or the other one, we have you covered. So it's going to be a packed month. It's been a packed month.
Yep.
And finally, we have a guest who I'm meeting for the first time as well. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Ted, singer in Last Year's Tragedy metal band, and I'm glad to be here. I don't think it's my first time, actually it isn't, so yeah, I'm glad to see you, but it's the first time to meet you.
First time with me as the host.
Yeah.
But welcome so much. And the one thing we're talking about is the industry, the rock industry, and we're talking about the events that are coming up, because we have Undertow coming up next week, and after that we have Metal Battle, which is a major event. We've had a few editions of Undertow. We had 4 editions of Undertow last year, and I believe this is the first one of the year.
Correct.
So it's going to be hyped. So Max, tell us about it. What should we look forward to this year?
I mean, so far in terms of Undertow, let me speak for this coming event. We have sold more tickets than any Undertow before.
I love that.
That's a good sign. That's a good symptom, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
We need that applause. Because that's so good.
So yeah, we have the bands that are actually going to be playing are Ioni Destroyed, Petrica, and Can We Sleep? And then DJ is going to be DJ Ortiz. So yeah, it's the first time for him to perform at Undertow. So
that's also good. Yeah. I really love that.
Yep.
It's amazing because you're putting on new artists and you're creating a platform for people to just come up, share their talent, and just form the community. Because I've been to Undertow before, and the one thing I loved is it's a very intimate event.
Yes.
It's just about rock lovers celebrating rock and just pushing each other, motivating each other, inspiring each other. And I actually met Portia at Undertow.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was I actually met her there and we connected. She's such a cool photographer. And Portia,
yes,
you're also organizing Metal Battle, or what are you?
Yes, I am part of the organizing team, and we are a group of us. And so, can I go into it?
Please.
Yeah. All right. So it's called the Wacken Metal Battle, and this is the Kenyan edition. So it's a battle of the bands that is featuring 6 countries in sub-Saharan Africa. So that is Angola, Botswana, Kenya, Mozambique, Namibia, and South Africa. So all of these bands are having different battles in their countries, and then everyone will go now to the finals in May in South Africa.
Amazing. I love it. May is my birthday month, so maybe I need to take that trip. And finally, it's Ted.
Yes, it is.
Ted is part of LYT, and they have been they're the reigning champions of Metal Battle, and they've won it twice in a row, back to back. So clearly he needs to give us secrets. So tell us about the experience, the first time and then the second time. It started 3 years ago, I believe.
Yes.
So this year, that's the 3rd edition. So you've won the first 2. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you for that.
How was the experience for you?
Which part? The whole thing is like a super journey. When we qualified, we didn't know what happens next, which was like, how do we get ourselves into South Africa? But let me tell you that the metal scene or the rock scene here, in terms of the camaraderie, the friendship, the vibe, it's exactly the same thing. It's like getting there and not feeling like you're left home.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. We met some of our favorite bands. We met some of the bands that we had no idea would be there, which are amazing. And even the guys who are participating, it's not really much of a competition as it is a place for people to get together.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you leave with so much knowledge that you know where your levels are and what is possible. So we came back with a lot of that, like, oh, we have to build up the scene, build up ourselves, change the game. But it was an amazing experience. For the bands that are participating in this coming up weekend competition, I tell them to open up their minds, their worlds, and be ready to really grow their stuff.
That.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really amazing. We're still such good friends with the guys who made it qualified, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And that's good, because I think it's more of a networking event than really a competition.
Yeah, it really is, though.
You know, because even if, okay, I'm assuming the guys who didn't win, it was a challenge for them to do better. And I'm sure they got better through the experience, just the entire journey. And now I'm wondering, how do you qualify to just even participate in Kenya?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Please, yeah.
So the applications are open to any band that wants to enter. So, it doesn't matter what type of metal you play, any metal adjacent music, it doesn't matter, anyone can enter. So the application's open around November, any band can apply, and depending on which country, then the events are organized.
Okay.
And so in this year's event, the participants are Chovu and Irony Destroyed, who are also playing Undertow.
Yeah.
So they've got 2 back-to-back shows. So Chovu and Irony Destroyed are the ones that are competing, and Last Year's Tragedy will then be joining us as the guest performers.
Nice.
Who's
so
going to be
they
on
have
decks?
to.
Hugh Skills
Hugh
is
Skills,
going to be on decks.
Oh. And the one thing I love is the fact that they get to interact the weekend before the battle. It's also like, it's like in sports, when you have to size up your competition, you're like, okay, how good are these guys really? So it's a good opportunity for even them to have a sort of friendly battle before the actual event. And I love that the community is so close-knit that you still interact through it all. And as you've talked about South Africa, the difference between the scene and the growth that's there. But in Kenya, we've been noticing a lot of that growth. The thing that I'm wondering is East Africa. Kev and I, we keep looking for songs from bands in certain countries in East Africa. And I think Kenya is the one that's probably leading in terms of the rock scene and the industry. So, Max,
without a doubt, Kenya is leading, I think.
We have multiple bands, multiple performances, and we keep growing. In countries like Tanzania, I don't think we've come across any single song. And in Uganda, we find some artists, not that many. In also Congo, we couldn't find any artists in Congo. So the scene in East Africa is not as vibrant as the sub-Saharan area and mostly the southern region, because Namibia, Angola, Mozambique, South Africa, most of them are within that region. So how can we encourage the East African community to get into the rock scene? Max, do you have any way that we can probably tell our neighbors, guys, maybe we need to do like a battle or something?
I wish I had this, like the secret formula, right? Like, I would be like, no, but I think number one is to keep this momentum. The mere fact that we have like one show every week in Nairobi this month of March, whereas like the previous years, normally the beginning of the year is like very slow.
Very slow.
So yeah, I think it's just amazing. The fact that we have at least one show a week or 2, I think, because I think there is also Alloy having like Wednesday nights. Yeah, so we have to keep that consistency because that encourages artists. They know that there is a scene. They know that there is a stage to perform. You know.
That's true.
So with initiatives like Rock Riot, Undertow, it's gonna keep bands afloat. So
yeah. That's true. And I think definitely it's going to inspire the region, because if we think about Kenya, we in the region we have been pioneering a lot of things in multiple fields. So why not rock?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love that. Yeah. So this is where like the Rock Hall of Fame in East Africa should be. We should have it in Nairobi, Kenya.
That's right.
yes.
Right?
Candidate is
Sindio, Portia, RSK.
Yes.
You know, we need something. Because we have some amazing, amazing artists. And let me take it back to Ted. How long ago did your band come together? How many years have you been together for and performing for?
At what point do you stop saying your age? So, man, it was in campus, like, 2006, I think, thereabout. That's where we really started to figure things out and say, like, we can do this thing. It's like, let me just start the drums, let me start the guitar, let me focus on singing. And I think for many people, even to add to what you were saying to his question, in terms of if you're somewhere there in your bedroom, in your garage, if we still do that, the white version of it, the Western version of it, come for these shows, see what's possible, because that's how we started. We went to tiny, small shows, and then we realized, oh my gosh, I think I can do that. I think I like what I'm seeing, and it's possible. So we all went into our own spaces and started doing our thing, and when we met as friends, we are actually having our 20th anniversary this year.
Amazing.
So that's something,
Yeah.
20 years doing the thing that keeps us going, the thing that we love. And I feel like if so far we've been able to kind of push some boundaries that have never been pushed before, that's rewarding.
Yeah.
And that kind of journey is something I would wish on anybody who loves our genre of music and our community. Yeah.
I love that, yeah. And what you're saying is true, because you have to put yourself out there for you to actually get recognized and for you to grow. Because if you don't know what's in the market, if you don't even network, if you don't know who's doing what, then you can't really grow. And I'd like to encourage anyone at home who maybe you're in your room and you love rock, you want to start a band, you don't know where to start from, just start. Go to Undertow, literally. Undertow, just go for the vibes, hang out with people, interact, and honestly, you're going to leave there inspired. I think I left there and I was like, wow, okay, I need to be doing more, because clearly I'm not doing enough. But the Rock Society of Kenya has been doing a lot in terms of bringing up artists, encouraging and nurturing young artists to take up space, and even just encouraging people to break the barriers, like you're saying with LYT. And you've been doing it for a long time, a few years. I also like the fact that you've said you started in college, because I think with Rush Band, you also met back in college. Yeah. So guys, come on, if you're in uni and you can start a band. Kev refused to start a band with me. So it's fine. I'm going to do my master's and then I'll start a band there.
Kev look for master's degree.
Right? I'm going to join one of you guys or something. So Portia, tell us what the future is like, what RSK is visualizing, especially for the next, let's say, 5 years. In the rock scene, because we're just reviving that. People are coming up. There's the energy. We have so much psych. So what is the future going to look like? What are you guys planning for us?
All right, so for the first 12 months, let me talk about that first. We are hoping to build up to something called Nairobi Open Air. So we want to basically have an open event with all the bands just playing, that sort of thing. So we're working like every month. We're working to have an artist featured on a show, and that will build up now to the Nairobi Open Air at the end. And then we're looking to incorporate other sorts of different medias that talk about and expose the whole rock and metal genre. So things like magazine. So we're looking into that, podcast, so we're looking into that. And actually, maybe this is an opportunity to say anybody in the scene who is interested in just plugging in and joining in and, just wants an opportunity to experiment, they can just come in and, let's do something.
I love that because it's open. You know, I like the fact that you're encouraging young talent. So many of us really overthink. We look at certain people, we'd probably look at Trash Band or LYT, we look at the events that you guys are doing and you're like, oh my God, these guys are so huge, I could never talk to them, I could never get that. But sometimes it's just as simple as trying. You never really know. Yeah, so the opportunities are open, guys. And I believe you guys, you're the ones who are going to feel that. Our audience in particular. Don't tell people I say that, but you guys need to look into the Rock Society of Kenya, figure out what's open for you, and, you know, just apply, because you never know what opportunities they will lead to. Like LYT, they were in South Africa, and I think the finals is also happening in South Africa, as you've said, this year in May. So just the experience alone, and South Africa, the scene is much bigger. We've had so many bands, artists that we've featured from there. So what did you take away? What's one major thing that you took away from the guys who won the metal battle?
Oh, wow. One from both of them, I guess. The bands are super tight. They really they go beyond the music. They go to presentation. They don't just have very nice music, but they really know how to bring it to the stage. So I'd tell any band, in as much as you are recording and writing good music, how you connect with the people on the stage is also very important, because man, when those guys came onto the stage, people lost their minds, and it was like, what, you know, even though you know the song or you don't know the song, we were also there going like, oh my God, what's happening? So so in as much as you do have your recording side of your band, also this kind of music that we play and make every day is also very emotive in terms of personal experiences. So I'd say also, as a band, learn and practice how to play live, be present, speak to the people, and that's some of the things also they were telling us. And I think that's something, even in the beginning of your band, wherever you are, where you are at the stage of your band, please do that.
And I think that's important, because most artists, some are very good with performances, some are not that good with live performances. They're amazing when they record, but once there's a stage, no, it's a whole different situation. So it's amazing. You need to.
But this is coming from one of the best frontmen in the whole rock scene in Kenya. So
oh my God, and that's
still
a gem.
Still in school, thank you.
I like humble and amazing. Kev. Let me know. I like to tease Kev, but because I want us to continue, and today we actually have our top 5 at 5 from Kenya in honor of our country, our beloved country. So before we get into that, let's get some parting shots from each of our amazing guests, so that we know. Let me start with the lady. I'm very it's a Women's Month. So I am so pro ladies first. So Portia, give us your parting shot. Anyone who's watching, they want to get into the scene, they're so fascinated, or they don't even know where to buy the tickets for any of the events, what would you tell them?
Okay, so for any of the events, just go to the Undertow page on their socials. All the details are there. And for the upcoming Wacken battles, you can just go to the Rock Society of Kenya page. All the details are there. And just follow the bands, come to a show, and just, like, I think that with a lot of people, the first step is just getting out of your comfort zone and just going to a show. And then once you interact with other fans, you become friends, and then you become inspired to do a bit more than just, going to a show. So you end up doing, for example, what you guys are doing, what these guys are doing.
I like that. Just take the first initiative. Just be there, go there. See what people are doing, vibe out. If you just want to have fun, because I assure you, it's a vibe. So let's get a parting shot from Max. What would you tell our viewers, anyone who has been watching you, because you've been here a few times, and there are people who love Rush Band. They're so inspired by what you do. So what would you encourage them to do?
Number one, let me speak to the artists there. Let me speak to those who are maybe in the process of forming a band, or they've already done a few practice sessions and they see the potential and they're coming up with new songs and stuff. You should definitely give it a try. There's nothing like playing live. So if you feel like you want to be exposed to such an experience, then reach out to us. Our event is undertow.ke on Instagram. it's spelled this way. I mean, I brought it.
It's so clear.
Yeah, exactly. Undertow.ke, DM us, and then from there we take on the conversation and we see how we can platform you guys.
I love that.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is to the fans, to those who are really looking for an alternative weekend, you know, like something different in this Nairobi that we have seen everything, you know. Just show up, vibe, don't, I mean, leave aside all those, you know, prejudices and all these, you know, thoughts that you have about what rock or metal means. Just leave that aside. Go out, join one of these events, and you'll see what we are talking about. There is no other way to explain it. It's a community, and it's like,
absolutely.
And it's a growing community because like every single show I see new faces, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
This actually happens.
Yeah,
just do it.
Go. You know, even just for the networking, you never know. You might meet the love of your life there. Like, who knows? You know, maybe you love rock and none of the guys you're dating love rock, and you're wondering, wow. Just go there, just for the networking, because it's not even a community; it's a family. Yeah. So let's get the parting shot from Ted, because they're the two-time reigning champions, and that's amazing. So,
thank you.
What can you tell us?
So again, I think you guys have basically covered it, but I can say in terms of with the perspective that our band has and my brothers have, is that it's possible. So don't have this conversation with yourself in terms of like, you know, like you said, what superstitions exist about rock and metal and so on. If you feel like that's what your calling is, come see us, come spend time with us. We are all there, by the way. We normally hang out very kawaida. We don't have like airs and
celeb.
so I don't have celeb, because we like the community, and that same community exists in South Africa, Mozambique, Botswana. It's the same thing. So if you're thinking, wow, how do I get to Germany, or will I ever be as, you know, as good or as great as those guys I see on the screen or on my phone? Yes, it's possible. And I'd encourage you to listen to what Max has said. Trust yourself, come for those things. That community will build your talent. And I think Undertow, Rock Riot, what you guys are doing as Rock Society are doing a very good job of keeping this thing alive, because we've been there for a while.
Yeah.
And just keeping on going allows you to still believe in yourself. So create the music, love the metal, love the rock, and then love the people. I think that's something that's possible.
It is.
Yeah.
Please, maybe another 30 seconds, because time is really not on our side.
I just wanted to add that the first time we ever played live was at Match from the Underground, an event organized by LYT.
Yeah.
And then Rock Society of Kenya has had like different sort of events like Platform 7, and those have been like key cornerstones for us to actually build, you know, what we have become into, you know, as a band. So that's how every band starts.
Just go there.
The baton
and I
is
love
there.
that. Yeah, and I love the fact that if you just practice, if you put yourself out there, because the thing I love about rock, the community we have, we give people the platform. It's not about you. You have to have a brand, you have to know someone, you have to do this. Just come as you are. Let's hear what you have to offer, and we will give you the opportunity. So please take this advice and run with it, because I can assure you this is going to help you, especially if you love the industry, if you want to take part in some of the events, if you want to start a band, just start, literally. So now